Hello, Lynn. Abe here from Coastal Webmasters. This is a short video that I promised you about the website and how to use the back end of the website. So what I've done here is, as you can see, moving my mouse around a bit, you'll see in Google Chrome, and I'm going to Alt-Tab around, and you'll see I'm going to Firefox, where I also have the website open. I'll zoom out a bit so it's not so close. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll be Alt-tabbing back and forth as I do things, because in Chrome I'm going to log into the back end. Now, in your email, I'm going to be sending you all this information here, which is all your login details, and it'll also have a link to this video in there as well. But here's your login information for the back end. So you click on this link here, and it'll bring you to this login screen, and you can see it already has your login information, which is again right here. So you click on login, it'll bring you to the website back end, and here you go. First thing you'll see is the dashboard. Now you're going to be interested in several areas along the left side here, and I'll just go through them one at a time here. First thing is your media, which is your media library. This is where every image on your website is being stored, and you can see they're all here. Okay. If you ever want information on a particular image, you could just simply click on it. It'll load up the image here. It'll tell you the title, the alternative text that I wrote in. Okay. Then it shows you the title, a caption, and description, and you can do this for every image. You can edit the image here if you need to or want to. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you, this is where the media library is. Okay. Primarily what you're going to be interested in doing and taking care of is the pages, which is here, and then you can go down to the gallery, which is all here, and then the testimonials, which is here. So we're going to go into a page here for a moment. And some of this we did together earlier, but I'm going to go through it again. So here's a listing of all your pages alphabetically. It's not a lot of pages. I think there's 9 pages total or something. And you can see here I have SEO titles on each one of them, then an SEO description as well. SEO being search engine optimization. So to edit a page, you click on the title of the page. And very important, you let this load up properly. If your mouse pointer, as you're hovering over these different areas, remains like this, you have to, and if you go over to the 3 bars, you see it's not changing to there it is, it just changed to a little hand. You want to wait for that hand to appear before you click on anything in here, otherwise it may freeze up on you, and then you just have to reload the page. So be patient, wait for the page to load, and then you can go in and make edits. All right, so again, I mentioned this to you as well. These are all modules. It's all based on modules. And I'm going to load up the About Us page on the front end again. Click on that. I'm going to back out a bit further, a little bit closer. Okay. So there's the About Us page. You'll see there's a large image up top here, which is the full width of the screen, and the About Us page is taking up part of the screen. It really depends on your screen resolution, but this is a full width image. So here in the back end again, the purple indicates, I'll just show you here, if I go add a full width section, oh, there we go, it's added 2 now. It puts in a purple one here because that just signifies full width. Okay, I'm going to get rid of those 2. The blue is a blue section, which is a standard width, which would be this one here. And then the green is a row. You can have different rows of information, and we'll see that. Let's say if we look at the renovation page, you're probably going to see more rows. And then within each row, there are modules. And in this case, there's 2 text modules. One being the About Us title text, which I click on here, the 3. See how my mouse is? There we go. Wait for it. There we go. It says About Us, and if you double click on the text here, you'll see it's a heading 1, which is the largest text size. If you really wanted to get into modifying that, you can go into the design and change what H1 looks like. Not necessary. All right, so that's the heading text, which is We scroll down, this thing here. So if you were to look at the design part of it, you would see this is maybe more information than you need, but you can see here that what I've done, if I go down to the heading text, I've made it underline, I've made it center, and I've changed the font size based on whether it's a desktop, tablet, or smartphone. So it'll automatically adapt based on those things, okay? This is probably too much information. You don't need to know all that. The About Us text is the content of the page itself, this here. And just to wait for it to load up. There it comes. And again, it's like a word editor. And if you're not seeing both rows here, again, okay, wait for it to catch up here. I don't know why it's being so slow suddenly. There we go. This little thing is a toggle. It turns the toolbar off and on. So if you're not seeing two rows of icons here, just click that little icon there and it'll turn it back on, okay? And I think you're okay. You were okay when I showed you all this before, where you can just use these buttons to do whatever you want it to do. If you want to make a change to the way a text looks by color or bolding, you have to highlight the word first, and then you can affect change to it. After you're done, always click Save and Exit. That just saved and exited the module. It did not save the page. Always update after you've made any changes to the page itself. And then you go back to the home page. If you've made changes, make sure you always reload, and it'll refresh the page and show any changes you may have made. That's basically it. Each page is a little bit different, but it's basically laid out the same. I've labeled every module for you, so it should be easy for you to take a look at and understand which area you need to go if you need to make any edits on any of the pages. I think one thing I did forget to tell you, I showed you how to edit the text and how to add a hyperlink, but I didn't show you how to add an image. Let's say we wanted to put an image here under corporate profile. I click my mouse where I want to insert the image. Okay, why is it being so slow? Okay, then here, where is it again? Oh, sorry, add media. Click on that. Choose the image that you want to add. Let's say that one there. I click on that. And go insert into page. And there it is. Now you'll see it's inserted it, even though we had the cursor in front of the text, it's pushed the text down and around. To fix that, you just click on the image and go edit with this little pencil here. And you want to change this to left align instead of none. And then what will happen is I click update, it'll now wrap the text around it, okay? Which looks a little nicer in my opinion. But we're not inserting that, that's just an example. Make sure you always save and exit and then update the page as well. But I'm not going to save and exit, I'm not going to save it. So I'm just going to X out, and I'm going to leave the page without making any changes because we're going to the gallery next. But it'll prompt me as soon as because I've played around a bit, as soon as I try to go to galleries here, oh, make a liar out of me, sure. Normally it would prompt you to say you want to make any changes, save any changes. All right, so you remember earlier when the renovations page, I showed you how to create a gallery and insert the short code, which is this here, into the page. Well, we created this gallery, but we didn't delete it. So that's something we should do right now, is trash that. And remember what I said about trash. Always go to your trash after you trash something and remove it, otherwise Google will still pick this up, all right? So highlight what you want to permanently delete. You can either click right here, or if you have numerous ones, you can go here, delete permanently, and apply. And it'll remove this from your garbage or your trash. Go back to published, and here it shows a list of all your galleries. All right, so the gallery, the way this works, let's go into gas plant, for example. we have 4 images in there currently. Let's take a look at the gas plant. I think it's under commercial, if I remember correctly. Holdfast, seniors, gas plant. So there's the same 4 images, right? There they are. So again, as I showed you, if you hover your mouse over an image, it'll change to a 4-headed arrow. You can then just drag where you want the image to appear. If you want to change the order of the images. If you're starting a new gallery, you just click on Add Gallery, give it a title up here, and copy these settings that I have here. If you happen to forget, you can always go into another existing gallery and check what we've got set up. But basically, leave this at default at 150 by 150. It'll automatically do that. I always change the alignment to the left so that they always show up left here. In here, the hover effects, by default, it'll be on hover, which is fine. And then in captions, you want to make sure that it's got the attachment caption set for the title and attachment description set for the description. And normally when you click on this little eye here, it'll open up that image. Here it is. And here's where you can see I've created an alt text. Alt text is basically a description of the image, okay? And that's really important for Google. Then you have a title, and then you have the caption, and then a description. And then when you fill this in properly and select that, and then update, it'll automatically, when we hover over it, it'll now say the description and the caption, all right, as we filled in. So that's basically how you can edit existing gallery images. If you want to add another image, you just click on the plus sign. Try not to make these images too big. The ones I've used in the galleries are 1,000 pixels wide. Don't go too small either, because if they're too small, they'll blow up to, or they won't blow up. Remember how we set up the gallery in the beginning and we had some small images? That doesn't work so well. So we're going to always make sure that your pixels are, about 1,000 pixels wide. And then if it's consistently that way, it'll look a lot better. That when you click on the image, it'll pop up to the actual 1,000 size. Right now, the thumbnails are 150 by 150, if you remember. But these are all going to be 1,000 pixels wide. Again, I'm not sure why it's running so slow right now, but anyway. It just makes for a consistent look if they're all the same size. All right, so again, if you have any problems with that, feel free to call. I don't mind that at all. I can walk you through it. All right, so that's the gallery. Next, we're going to go into testimonials. And right now, you've got 4 testimonials. If we go to your website in the front end, you'll see testimonials. Oh yeah, I needed to check to make sure it was set up to go to your email. And there's the 4 testimonials. So let me just check this right now under settings and form. And okay, that's the form. All right, so it's going to you and it's going to me. I'm going to, once I know this is working properly and everything's working okay, I'll remove myself from this as well. But right now, both of us will get a notification when there is actually a testimonial that's created, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, so when you do get a testimonial on the website, you will get an email notifying you of that and telling you that you need to log into the back end of the website. And when you do, you'll see a little red here beside testimonials. And I'm going to show you how to approve that again. We're going to quickly do one here. I'm going to go Abe, heading, whatever. Just throwing in some garbage. And I'm going to hit Add Testimonial. Page will refresh itself. And it says, thank you for your testimonial, waiting to be approved. Now if I go back to the back end and reload the page, or pretend that we're just logging in, you're now going to see a number 1 pop up beside testimonials. And if you go to all testimonials directly below that, you'll see the one I just created is pending. You hover over that and you go to quick edit, and then here where it says pending review, you change it to published, and then you go update. Now if I go back to the front end and reload the site, remember I told you, okay, well anyway, there it is, it's working. So it's there. We don't want it, it's still showing here, waiting to be approved because we just reloaded the page. We shouldn't have done that because now it may actually create another submission. No, I guess not. Okay, so we want to get rid of this. So back in the back end again, this time you go trash, and again go into your trash, delete permanently, and if you go back to publish, you'll see the original 4. Reload the page, it should be gone now. It's gone. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Everything's been set up, all the configuration's been done in the settings. What else is there? Yeah, so security is all set up, so the site is being watched so that no one can hack into it. It's optimized. Everything should be good to go here. So we've gone through pages, we've gone through the testimonials, and we've gone through the gallery. Like I said, Lynn, feel free to call me if you have any other questions. Sometimes I babble on too much and it gets a little bit more confusing than it needs to be. Hope you're happy. I did email you this. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm hoping that you might be willing to send me a testimonial yourself that I could put on my website. All right. Again, I'm going to send you an email with this link to this video, and it'll have all the passwords that we created in the process here, and it also has a link here for how to order the maintenance package that we talked about as well. All right, that's $39.95 a month, and yeah, look forward to hearing from you, and good luck with all of this. We will talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.